Right, happy Monday. It is a stinking 31 degrees at fucking 8 o'clock in the morning here. I've got the aircon. I'm not looking forward to getting out of the car. I was doing some work this morning and I was just like it's like sitting in my boxers and I was just so sticky. But nevertheless, we go to leg day. I had a pretty average weekend with eating. Like, I had a competition on Saturday, which was about 7 or so hours long, and it was like 38 degrees in there. So even though I was drinking a lot of fluids, you know, the Powerades and all that, I was probably still sweating out a little bit more. I feel like I was sweating out a little bit more than what I put in. And yesterday was a very average day of eating. I was fucking exhausted yesterday, and I don't think I hit. Actually, I know I didn't hit my macronutrients. I don't think I went over my calories, but I didn't hit my macros. So pretty just exhausted day from me. But it's one of those ones where like, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it because it's just one day. I had 5 good days, Monday to Friday. I did the best I could on Saturday. You know, lots of hydration. Got my protein in. Yesterday was just a day. I want to see how it affects today for squats though. And don't worry, I won't be, this isn't like another like 16-20 minute ramble, because what I've done is I'm setting up the camera a little later on, because normally it cuts out on me because of the heat and it's really hot in the summer at the moment. So normally it cuts out, but I'm not that far away from the gym, so I've only got so long to actually talk to you guys. So normally I'll just like to get, you know, I can get down a rabbit hole and off I go. But we'll see how we go for today with legs. I did wake up feeling a little bit dehydrated, so smash some, you know, water, got some electrolytes in there, and I'll do the same thing as I'm going to the, like, once I get to the gym, because I'll have probably, I reckon, about half an hour before my training partner rocks up. So, you know, I've sculled some water before I left, about a litre, with some electrolytes in there, and I'll get to the gym and I'll just keep topping that up. So I'm actually looking forward to leg day today. I've switching things up from the last block. I did, you know, the one thing I didn't really enjoy too much was the high bar squats, and the only reason I didn't enjoy it is because my left ankle's still playing up, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just going to remove it and replace it with pendulums. And I've kind of twisted the whole program as well, because I'm not worried about doing any kind of barbell squatting. What I'm going to start with is on my deload last week, I don't think oh, actually no, that video did go up with legs. Yeah, I went single leg extension, finishing off with like dual leg extension, single leg hamstring curls, finishing off with like a max effort set of dual hamstring curls, and then I'm going to be going pendulum, and then some walking lunges, and then I should be able to get like if I push with a high enough intensity, those kind of like 4 exercises, the first 2 are kind of like split between single leg and double leg. But you know, those 4 exercises should be enough to cook my quads and hamstrings. The only thing I can think of is potentially I might need to add a little bit more hamstring work in. But you know, I've got this kind of week's kind of like a play around week with a few things. I'm going to be going back to probably like flat benching, or you know, competition style powerlifting strength kind benching versus like incline benching, at least on one of the days, on my main day. I think it's about time I get back into some of that, and I'm going to push my incline to the Saturday, but it's going to be like a higher incline, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, with legs today, I'm actually looking like I'm looking forward to it more than what I was in the previous block. Even though the previous block was good, like I got a sick pump on the high bar squats. The only thing was he just fucking gassed me for a lot of the other exercises. Like, it kind of stripped away a lot of energy that could have been used at the back end of the sessions. So yep, start with some single, and with my single leg work, you know, or should I say just the leg extension hamstring curl, I'm changing it from 8 to 10 reps to like 12 to 20. I was playing around with that 12 to 20 last week, and I got like such a better like pump, like the burn was there, and you know, just although I don't want to go too light on them, they were still heavy sets. Like they're always going to be heavy sets. If I look at what I did last week to what I might have done like 2 years ago or a year ago, certainly like the weight's heavier and the intensity is much higher, sort of, but the volume's still there. So I use those as like big volume exercises, and then, you know, for the pendulum, it would be like 2 to 3 sets, you know, 8 reps or 8 to 12, most likely 8, to get some heavy work in there, and then finish off with a heavy like AMRAP set or max effort set, and then the lunges are just 2 sets. So that's where I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to put a little bit more volume in with maybe another exercise or potentially another like set of something, but I don't know, I'll play around with it. But I am looking forward to it. I really want to keep growing my legs. I'm not genetically gifted with big legs. They're kind of like, they're in proportion with the rest of my body, but they're not like, oh fuck, you know, look how big your legs are. Everyone's always like, look how big my calves are, because, you know, I do have genetically, I don't know if I got genetically gifted calves, but yeah, stuff's going well. Oh, and then with my body weight, she's down, but not as much as what I would hope for. Like I think the weekend kind of like I was down only about 300 grams from last week, which I would like to be somewhere around the ½ kilo drop, because I'm eating around, I'm still playing around with the deficit. This is where like kind of each phase, you know, if we're talking about dieting, you know, I probably played it the smartest I've ever done, which was come back from holiday and then just put myself into a maintenance and then just wait until I can like hold that maintenance for a couple of days. So it was 2 weeks of, you know, a maintenance calories of probably around like 3,000, and I was doing 4 to 6 days of on the bike. I would like to have got like 7 days, but I don't think I need it right now. But I managed to maintain my weight. It was like 109, about that. So then I put myself into a deficit. My Fitness Pal dropped about 600 calories off. I thought that was a bit much, you know. So this is where I'm looking at it going, that's a fair chunk of calories come off. Like I was eating about 3,000, now it's giving me about like 2,390. So I was like, I'm gonna eat around 2,600. So that's at least still a 400 calorie deficit instead of like a 600. And everything was like tracking well. It was dropping between when I weighed in on Monday and then again on the Thursday, and then I didn't do my body weight on the Friday. I did my body weight again today, and on average throughout the whole week, the average, not a comparison between Thursday and today, the average from the last four weigh-ins that I've done is only a 300 gram drop. So I did drop something, so I was in a deficit. I do think missing out on a training day, and you know, that extra cycle plus being in, oh fuck, someone looks like they've got themselves fucked up on the scooter. That's why, guys, you got to be careful on these scooter things. Guy looks like he's fucked himself up. There are other people looking after him, that's fine, he's fine. Yeah, this is where, you know, I'll you know, stay at the same calories this week. Make sure I don't think I have anything on this coming weekend. Or is it Christmas? I think this is Christmas weekend. So let's have a see. You know, I don't have any, apart from Christmas Day and Boxing Day, I don't have any major plans throughout Christmas. We're not going away till the new year, and if, you know, playing it smart throughout Christmas, man, not even with the food, just with the whole not going away over Christmas. Everything's so expensive, so we'll go away in January where everyone's kind of like, fuck, we're gonna not be so busy now, let's give these people discounts, let's give them a little bit more to entice them to come in so we get better deals. So I'll be oh man, that queue for The old McDonald's coffee's looking a bit long. Yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. I'll stay in my deficit. Start with legs today. I might do some, normally I don't do my cycling on a leg day because like it's a pretty hefty day already. So I don't really want to dig into that. I want to replenish my resources as much as I can. So I might do my cardio in the afternoon depending on how I'm feeling. But if not, it'll be done tomorrow. And then, yeah, just stick within my deficit around 400. I'll keep tracking my body weight throughout the week. I think if I'm in a deficit of 400 plus 4 days of training plus 4 to 6 days, minimum of 4 up to 6 days of some steady state cardio a week, I'm highly confident I'll start losing the body fat that I want and getting my weight down. I want to get my weight from like the 109 to about 104, so I want to drop 5 kilos and see how I look. Feeling a little bit today, so we'll see how we go there. What did I do yesterday? Oh, I went and watched the UFC yesterday as well. Colby Covington is shit. Gladly on kicked his ass. But that'll wrap it up for me. I'm gonna get a coffee, get myself warmed up in the gym, and then I'll start recording as of the first set. And probably next week the recording quality is going to be a little bit better in terms of the audio during the training because my other camera is getting fixed, but I bought a mic for this, so I'll be able to mic myself up. But yeah, I suppose we'll just get into the first working set. leg extensions done. I haven't had a pump like this after the first exercise in a long time. That is good. Could say that my quads are already like, I wouldn't say they're completely done, but they're close. I think after that pendulum, they're gonna be pretty well cooked. I'll still do the lunges, just depends on how heavy I'll do them, but the 2 single legs up to 20, and then 1 set of 20 on the dual leg extensions, and then we realized that we'd do another one just to max, and that was it. Hamstrings next, same thing, 2 sets of single leg, and then we'll do maybe 1 max effort set with 2. Sorry, for 1, maybe 2.
Jack, let's go.
All right, so this is a couple of hours after squats. I think like good 3 hours after. Mate, it's been a while since I've struggled to walk like up and down the stairs shortly after squats. Like leg day. A couple of weeks like I've just felt fucking exhausted. This is the first time since coming back from holiday that I felt like I just got a great workout and a fucking solid pump. Like my quads after the leg extensions going into the hamstring curls, me and Matt were talking about we could barely bend our legs properly, like to be able to perform a hamstring curl because the quads felt so pumped. Like you would press them and it would just feel like not brick necessarily, but you'd just be like, fuck, they're just full of blood, you know? So going from that like high volume, high intensity single leg straight into dual leg extensions, spot on for really pumping up the quads. And I've never been a huge, or I suppose I forgot about just how good high rep leg extensions were. You know, going for that, instead of like that 8 to 12, pushed it more to that from that like 12 to 20 range. Today I was doing kind of around 15 to 20. You know, and if you're driving that intensity high enough, you'll be able to see from the videos, like hitting some partials at the end. I'm sitting in the seat, so I've got really no risk of injuring myself. So hitting those partials, the hardest thing was just the burn, you know, pushing through that, you know, yeah, just that filthy burning sensation. In my head, what I do is I just say one more. And in my head, like there's another, like it's like my brain splits into two. There's this once I go, one more, only 4 more, one more, only 3 more, one more. As soon as I'm like, there's only 2 more reps, I'm like, I can fucking get this out. I tend to count my sets in 5. So if I've got like sets of 20, I'll do 5, 5, 5, 5. And then the hamstring curls, I felt them a lot afterwards. I was noticing today, not as much of a pump as what I normally get, or like contraction. I think that might have been because of the leg extensions before, but like still, after I would stand up, they would feel like they were tearing when I tried to straighten them out fully. So great on there. Pendulum, just a fucking what pendulum does. I got a great pump on there. I didn't push that one to absolute failure today. I went 2 sets of 8 and then a set of 12 at the end, and I still think I reckon I had about 3 more reps in there. It just gets to that point where I'm just like, I'm just tired by that point. I think it might be a mindset thing, like, you know, just being okay with that's how it's meant to feel and that's how you're meant to feel. Because I only really had 4 exercises today. You can count a 5th if you're going single leg, dual, you know, and then like the hamstring curls I kind of put as 1, pendulum, and then the lunges. But it was a fucking good leg session. The pendulum felt great. Haven't done pendulum in like probably 15 weeks. And I miss it. Really nice on the hips and the lower back. Everything's just in the quads. I might feel a little bit more glutes towards the end as I'm really starting to get close to that, you know, that threshold. I was feeling my glutes a little bit today in it. So I keep pushing on with them. No band at the moment. I normally love band, but I'll keep it out for the next 5 or 10 weeks. Add it in once I start to slow down in terms of how much weight I can move just without it. And then the lunges, fuck, by the time today with lunges, I was like, I can probably muster body weight. And I reckon, you know, I think, well, next week, for example, I'm gonna go, at the moment, I'm gonna say I'll be able to get another 10 kilos each side. Sorry, like each hand. I'm saying that now, maybe during it, I might be like, fuck. So I think it's only meant to be 8 reps each leg, so 16 in total. I think that's only to double check my program. But today, me and Matt just went body weight, 12 up, 12 back. So we did 24 reps instead of 16. That was the deal. We're gonna have to get more reps. And then on that, the first set wasn't too bad. I felt a good pump going. And then because I was like, all right, if on this second set, it feels like the first, I'm gonna do a third, I'm just gonna add a bit of weight and I'm just gonna keep walking until I physically can't stand up. Just, you know, max effort set, which is the second one was meant to be. But I was getting to that on the way down of that last set, and I was like, fuck, like, it's I'm starting to have to kind of push down on my leg to get it to stand up at the moment, to get that knee extension. So that was enough. I think next week I'll start with that first set of adding some weights. But great start to the week. Legs is the hardest day of the week. Everything now is pretty, like, I won't say cruisy, but it's not so mentally daunting. Like, people, including myself, kind of think, fuck, like leg day. It's a big day, but I always say to people, get it done on a Monday. Just get legs out of the way on a Monday, and the rest of the week, you don't have that anxiety that builds up before it. So, but I wasn't super anxious for it today. Actually, I was quite excited. Next week, knowing how it's going to feel, I'm probably going to be a bit like, fuck, okay, I know what's coming now. It's always more scary. Like, for example, not even training related, I went bungee jumping in New Zealand for the tallest one in New Zealand. I wonder what is that called as well? Tallest bungee jump in NZ. I think it was Nevis bungee jump. That's like, is that the biggest one? Queenstown? It might be. 134 meters. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm looking at it here. I went to the biggest bungee over in New Zealand, and I will be more scared of it doing it for a second time than I will the first, because I know what's coming now. Like, the first one, I remember saying to the guy, like, if I don't move, if I like freeze, will you push me? And he's like, it's bungee jumping, not bungee pushing, mate. And I was like, fuck, okay. And he was like, just look in front of you. Like, just jump out and look in front of you. And on the video, I go to jump, and I feel like I'm jumping, but my legs are completely stiff, and I just kind of fall forward, and then you look down and you're like, fuck. If someone say like, do that again, I'm like, fuck no, I know what's coming. It's just gonna be scary for me. So that's how my leg day feels next week. Different circumstances doing a leg day versus jumping 134 meters, potentially to your death, but that's what my brain goes to. So post-training, had my 125 grams of raspberries, some dextrose, only on half a cup of dextrose now. That's what's changed with my diet, because I put myself, you might have seen before, if you watched the start of the video, I've reduced my calories by about 400. A little bit heartburn for some reason. It's the coffee. So I'm only putting half a scoop of dextrose in instead of a full one. So I'm cutting down about 25 grams of carbs so that I can still fit my fruit in. And then always on leg days, I need to wait about an hour, about half hour to an hour to have something to eat. So I had my minced rice, some feta cheese, some veggies in there. I've just got to, it's more so with the dieting side. I don't know whether this morning I mentioned like how I played it smarter with my diet this time by going maintenance and then into this deficit, but I feel like I'm in a really good position now. My meal timing is just going to be important. This is where, like, in terms of like the pyramid, the importance is like, adherence is definitely the most important one, like adherence, consistency, and then it goes to like your macros and stuff like that. It's like this meal timing that is at the top, where it's like, the nitty gritty stuff, making sure I'm eating enough carbs before training, make sure I'm getting enough protein and carbs post training, and then getting in enough protein throughout the rest of the day, and making sure I'm not spilling over my calories as I get into the evening. I might be getting a little bit hungry. But a couple of things that have been working really well for me. I haven't actually got any in here today. Again, I fucking forgot it. I only bought one. So this is why I always buy 2 cordials, because I leave one at the gym and one at home. But I took it home the other day because I remember I only had one, and I fucking left it there. So I am filling myself more by drinking more fluids, and it's really helping me with my hydration. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 there. But I feel like I'm just rambling a little bit now. But over Christmas, I'm going to still keep dieting. That's my final thing I'm going to say. I'm still going to keep dieting. Apart from like, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day, I'm pretty clear. Like, in the sense of, this week, Monday to Friday, or Monday to Saturday, from the 18th to the 23rd, like, this is a standard week for me. Sunday I'll go see my mum and then have Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day I'll probably be a little bit high. But then as soon as things, I might go train on the 26th. I'll see what my training partner's doing. If not, I'll just rest, and I'll kind of just do Wednesday. I might might skip legs, I don't know. Wednesday legs, Thursday bench, and like a Friday, Saturday. I'll probably only train 3 days that week, you know. And then New Year's Eve, I haven't got anything planned for New Year's yet, but I'll have New Year's Day off as well, you know. So other than that, I'm pretty clear. I'm gonna have a couple of high calorie days, but I'm just gonna make sure that over the course of the week, I'm gonna try and limit my calories as I get closer towards the back end of this week, kind of like after my back day's done. The Saturday bench session isn't as taxing. So I'll be able to reduce my calories a little bit lower. I think I'll drop the extra like 200 calories then, and maybe on the Friday as well. Maybe on the Thursday, on the rest day. I'll have a look on my rest days this week. I might drop my calories a little bit more. So over the course of the week, that extra 600 calories could make just a little bit of a difference. But maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit there. It might just be like, just have the high days and then just get back on the fucking saddle. So plenty of things, plenty of options, but I would just pick one. To be honest with you, I'm kind of siding with the whole just be mindful on those days and kind of put my calories back up to maintenance. Opt for low carb beers and stuff like that, just make sure I'm hitting my protein. So that's me. I'll be back for bench, going back to flat. Oh, I need to say chest days at the moment because I'm not really strength training or powerlifting. I'm doing more bodybuilding stuff, so I'm going to say chest day. I'm going to be starting to do a little bit more last and pressing and just getting back into kind of like the conventional competition style bench. But we'll wait till then. Hope you guys have a great week. Oh, question of the week actually. I've got an idea. What is your most overrated fitness advice, or like either yours or something that you hear? Your most overrated fitness advice. Comment, put it in the comments below. As always, like the page, hit that comment, really helps the algorithm. Like the post, not the page, but you can subscribe. Fuck it, do what you like. I'll speak to you soon.